welcome to The Drum. I'm Peter Lloyd. Coming up today, will Australia bow to UN pressure on asylum seekers? Is Tony Abbott struggling to keep his backbench in line? And author and academic Gail Dines tells us why she wants the porn industry to be shut down. Our panel tonight, ABC Religion and Ethics editor Scott Stephens, lawyer and broadcaster Kara Greiner, and Peter Lewis from Essential Media. Good evening, everybody. Well, Australia's asylum seeker deal with Malaysia has come under fire from the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. Navi Pillay told a forum in Sydney that the plan may violate international law.
If Australia is serious about this policy of sending 800 people out to Malaysia, then I think it violates refugee law. They cannot send individuals to a country that has not ratified the Torture Convention, the Convention on Refugees. So there are no protections for individuals in Malaysia, and if Australia, of all people, that upholds the standards internationally, should not collaborate with these kinds of schemes.
Well, the High Commissioner also criticised Australia's mandatory detention policy as expensive and ineffective. The Human Rights Law Centre is now calling on the government to abandon the so-called Malaysia solution. Kara, is Navi Pillay right?
Look, I'm not an international law or refugee lawyer, but certainly in all law you have to look at the spirit of the Act, or in this case the spirit of the Convention. And this Convention, which we were one of the first signatories of, basically underpins refugee protection. There is nothing about protecting refugees by sending them off to Malaysia or asylum seekers. So, I mean, I think you could say that it is something that would offend international law, but I'm sure that the government has some, cunning loopholes that they've managed to find, because otherwise I'd be amazed they'd bring in this policy.
Causing offence isn't really a crime, though, is it?
Well, no. No, but when you look at the fact that this will remove access to our courts, it'll remove a whole series of rights that a person who comes to a country who seeks asylum should be granted by a country that is a signatory. Well, in that case, then you are severely disadvantaging those people.
Peter Lewis?
Look, I'm no fan of Labor's asylum seeker policy, but I will say over the last few months they've been working very hard to come up with a solution that got the tick off from the UN, and this intervention last night is quite